Here's Dart. Shooting goal. He's got the ball. Sending it out there.
Kurt, what's a teaching point on how flat you want this ball?
Well, really, I mean, this is one that's going to have a flat route underneath it. So this one is more kind of up and over. So you want to see a little bit more touch on it. I always like to see, can you show me you can get it up and down, up and over that underneath defender, but still drop it down on your guy. So always trying to see, how high can I throw this? How much touch can these guys put on the football? But there you see, Quinn, viewers, a perfect example. Just the ball comes out effortless. Good pace on it. Looks easy for him to make these second-level throws.
Gabriel's got a lot more arm in him than you would think based off of his size. It's just everything he does real compact.
You're right. The ball does come off with kind of a little bit more speed than
He can spin it like you watch him spin the ball.
Exactly. The ball is spinning tight. Good touch throw right there.
And again.
Okay, here's Howard. Just into the crowd. It's quiet as a library for everyone else, and Howard gets out there. All right. Here's Cook.
Talk about protecting football. Look at the number on the bottom of the screen. 300 plus attempts. Fewer than 2 picks. So with Jackson Dart, I was talking about him the other day, and the comparison that I had, I think took some people off guard, but I talked about Jalen Hurts just in terms of the build, how the ball comes out of their hand, guys that have gotten better each and every year in college, and here we look at them side by side. Just, I know Jalen Hurts ran the ball more, but Jackson Dart was successful running the ball in the SEC. He is very athletic. There's something to this one to me. Guys, I think are just going to keep getting better.
Pointing out that he already licks his hand like John Elway. Okay. I mean, Elway is that's some elite comparisons right there.
That's lofty.
Right? Okay, very good. Yeah, he saw that. Hey, you be you, Jackson Dart. You be you. All right, you ready for the main course?
I am actually hungry. What are you talking about?
We've been seeing appetizers with out routes and in routes. It's time for the go routes. It's time for the routes that are the most crowd pleasing. Remember, we saw Joe Milton go nuts with it recently, right? People were going crazy. Watching Josh Allen throw this years ago, now the MVP of the league, showing off his arm. I will never forget this when he started from his own 8 and threw it all the way to somebody else's 25.
Can I give the creative for next year? Can we get Glavin to do the chick stick, the long ball with Maddox for next year before this drill?
Sure.
I mean, if we get David Spade moved, I'm just shooting for anything now. Let's see get it done.
Kurt's down on the field. Let's see it.
All right, here we go.
What was that side?
That was a side. That was an efficient side.
This is not football. What is this?
No, throwing it 70 yards in the game is not football. Throw it 55 on time, nice air. That's football. Okay, I like it. Nice. There you go. On pace. Put some air on it. Let it turn over. Nice and smooth.
The crowd digs it.
Yeah. Okay. Too high.
That's a lot of air.
There's a lot of air.
Okay. Let's see what Brady Cook can cook up. Let Brady cook, Kurt.
That was a side. That was such
an
efficient quarterback side right there. Now we're at the driving range. This is not real golf.
I'm not mad at the guys with the big arm. We just don't need it all on this.
Kurt wants people to hit doubles every now and then. I get it. Nice
throw. Is that Besh?
Okay, here's Jackson Dart, everybody.
He throws a lot of deep balls at Ole Miss. Got it up early.
Nice.
Those are two beauties, Kurt.
They are nice shots. I need a little bit more air. You know, I was talking about air because once that ball turns over, now it's easy for your receiver to track. So I like that term you threw out there, Daniel. Early with air. We like to complete these, we say, in a coaching world, right? 42 to 45 yards down the field, not 50, not 60. Just get it up and let your guy go get it. Because the farther you have to throw it, the more inaccurate you're going to be. That's just typical football. So we want to get it up early with air and let your guy go get it.
Well, it's 50 yards down the field for yours.
Look at that turnover.
Whoa. Gabriel from his 10, that darted at 35.
He does spin the ball, man. That's not really big. He can spin the heck out of it.
But again, you see, farther it goes, harder it is for your guy to track. Harder it is to be accurate as the ball kind of fades inside a little bit. So get it up early. Let your guys chase it down.
And second, go up.
See if Hannigan and Besh would end up on that together after they had the game
Here's
winner
Will
with the Sugar
Howard.
Bowl.
Here's Will Howard.
There's air right there. That's cool. Even if it's well thrown, it's fine. You still slow down as a receiver and track it, play it. That's a little bit flat.
Right? So throw too far, right? Get it out there flat, tough to adjust to. It's got to be perfect when you throw it flat like that.
Nice.
Outside shoulder, away from the defender. Really good throw right there by Brady Cook.
Dart has here two with two nice balls the last time. That's a flat, firm ball, but it's right there. Yeah, just look at the different trajectory between those two throws. It's interesting to compare it.
Yours having a nice day.
It's a nice job.
Taking a little break here.
We're going to give us time to give you some tracker action.
We've got to get a chip in the ball, right?
We've done that before with the trajectory. He's rolling.
Call that football tracking data? Is that what we're calling
Yeah,
it?
data.
Yeah,
I'm a data guy.
Okay. The FTED.
I'm not used to maybe the three-letter word, I can promise you that.
Let's go. Still that same go ball, man. Yeah, absolutely.
So what are we doing now? Same thing, or?
Yeah, we always finish up with the high point in the red zone, right?
But not everybody took a second crack at the deep ball.
From quarterbacks or
Yeah.
Really run. Hey, CD, you're down there. As someone who's playing corner, how important is it when you're covering somebody where they're really trying to push you off here with their speed?
You have to be convinced that they want to run by you and get you turned and get you going. That way, that creates that comeback so easily for you. That gives you the separation. If I don't believe you're going to run by me, if I don't respect that at all, then it's going to be a contested play. And quick question for you and Kurt. Brady Cook, Missouri. I always thought he was one tough competitor. I feel like he's throwing it pretty well here today. What do you guys see?
Yeah, first of all, let's start with how he worked out. I mean, he did all the testing, he jumped, he ran really, really well. When I go through my notes on him, you know, a lot of zone read, quarterback power, use that athleticism. I thought with him, the arm was just okay. It's been better here than I expected. And then there were times I just thought maybe he held the ball a little bit too long on tape. But, you know, that's something you're not going to get a feel for out here today. But he's had a nice day.
Ewers just threw his arm again. Next.
Kurt, left-handed, right-handed. When you're throwing to this side, what's easier?
I think always when you can stay open to it is going to be easier. So if you're a righty here, you got your feet open. This way you got to close off going all the way out. Because what we notice on this play, right, it's what we call a stop route. So they're turning inside, and then they're fading away outside. So this row needs to go to that outside number. So a little bit longer throw if you're a lefty. There, you can see Dillon Gabriel try to kind of fade to the left a little bit to open his shoulders and his hips so he can get that right angle on the football.
Were you with Burnell at
I was. Yep, he was with us in Green Bay.
What did the receivers say about the difference?
Well, I mean, you can see that. I was kind of looking at the deep ball because you saw Dillon Gabriel miss a couple of those deep balls, but as he throws it, some of us have like a natural fade. You know, if you're a golfer, some people have a natural fade. I had a natural fade on my go ball. So if I throw it to the right-hand side, it fades right to where I want it towards the sideline. If you saw Dillon Gabriel when he threw those go routes, started to fade back to the inside. So the ability for a receiver to understand that spin and where that maybe that fade or where that ball may be going, from that standpoint is a little bit different for a lefty versus a righty.
You know what's analogous to that, DJ? That's why, and Rich knows this too, Bill Belichick wanted the left-footed punter.
It's different. Yeah.
Because that spin, and when you set up for a natural spin off of a right-footed punter, that ball's going to kick back on the opposite side of you, and that can create a good play for you.
Stuart, as I speak, Kurt, may I translate
one
of his answer for you?
Give that to me.
It was an excellent answer. It 100% was informative and made me smarter. But I don't think Kurt was around Green Bay long enough to hear wide receivers say anything about anything. I think Mooch gave him his walking papers really quick. Kurt, am I correct? Was I accurate in interpreting that answer?
Touche. I met a couple of those receivers that I asked years later. I didn't really have a chance to ask them when I was there. You're right. You're right.
What did the receivers have to say about Brunel? He wasn't right?
Did Mooch just text that to you when I was talking? Like, hey, he wasn't there long enough. He got himself.
I know you.
I don't know if Kurt's familiar with the Simpsons meme with the coat rack, but that's
Hey, DJ and Kurt, how much do you guys enjoy the experience you're seeing these guys come in with?
First of all, these guys are older, they're mature, they've played a ton of ball, and in some ways, Kurt, I like that these guys have moved around a little bit. They've been in different systems, different coaches, different environments. We've seen them have to adapt, which is going to be what they're asked to do when they get to next year.
You're right. I actually just tweeted that today. It's going to be interesting to me as we get into this new era, how people view those guys that have transferred a couple of times. You talk a lot about loyalty to a program. But then you have, guys like the Cam Ward, who obviously isn't throwing, but a lot of people say maybe the #1 quarterback go to 3 different places. Now you got to adjust to different systems. You got to learn different systems. You got to lead different groups of guys. And so I'm with you guys. I think there's some definite positives that can come from that. And, guys that say, hey, I want to go try to compete at a higher level. That's never going to be a negative in my mind. So I think you're right. There's going to be an adjustment period of things they're going to have to do differently at the NFL level. Guys that have gone through that and been successful in it, I think that speaks to who they are.
I mean, in all honesty, we were talking about it before. I mean, Rosen went from New Hampshire to Minnesota. Brady Cook spent his entire time at Missouri, Jackson Dart. From USC to Mississippi. Ewers had a cup of coffee in Columbus before he went to Texas. Dillon Gabriel, Central Florida, Oklahoma, Oregon, Hennigan, his entire time at Memphis, and we all know Will Howard went from Kansas State to the winners' podium at Ohio State. So, in this day and age, transferring is more common. Like, just take a look at this group of quarterbacks you're seeing here. The lion's share of them transferred and had to find another spot. And that's just it from now on.
And Rich, years ago, a transfer quarterback, a transfer player, you had to answer a lot of questions. Everybody wanted to know what was going on, why are you leaving there? They would call your other school to see if you were a problem back there. Now, Kurt said this to me earlier, there are good, valid reasons why guys are moving around more, plus the road rules make it open and available for them.
Now more deep throws again, Gabriel. Connected. Hennigan again.
I transferred in 97. I was ahead of my time.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah, they wanted to know if you were a problem, too. Why is this kid coming here? What did he do?
Because I got tired of getting the crap kicked out of me by all the SEC teams were playing.
They were looking for a name, image, and likeness.
They had to build up the confidence with DJ.
Man.
Here's Hannigan, throwing again.
Remember,
Nicely
50
done.
starts in Memphis for that young man. 50 starts.
Yeah, very, very productive. So EJ played against him a couple times. I got to see him in person a couple times. Does a lot of things well. Asked him to throw the ball around.
He's on the coaching staff for his father.
Okay, all
His father
right.
played. There we go. Age reveal.
Let's put a little more air into this. The first one was a little flat, though. That was better.
I'm trying to figure out this angle, DJ. Like, normally they have this about like 45, 60-degree angle. These guys are going to the high back pylon here, which is a completely different throw for the quarterback. I think they're trying to figure out exactly, normally they set up a cone on the sideline so the quarterbacks have an idea what that angle is. Here, I think these guys are just struggling a little bit to know what is this angle on this particular throw. So we've seen some misses that may not be misses if we had a better idea or worked together a little bit more.
Well, it's also why air is your friend here.
No doubt.
A little more forgiving if you get it up.
And if you lay it up and outside, right now the receiver has the ability to adjust to it and still make it a catch instead of having to be right on the money. There it is. Good air right there. There you go. That's it. Nice air. Good job.
All right, Brady Cook getting a good job from the Hall of Famer. Jackson Dart now.
Well, I was always throwing it early. Now, I didn't have this on, so I was forced to throw it early.
Jackson Dart's got plenty of arm.
Here's Quinn Ewers.
Here you go. Nice. That's
Oh,
it. That's it.
Nice touch.
Let's see Dillon Gabriel.
I'll tell you what, Quinn Ewers had a really good day. Throwing the ball looks effortless.
Nice. Oh! Is that Tez? Who is that?
That's nice.
Tez Johnson.
I mean, he's used to catching balls from Gabriel. Isn't he?
Yeah, that's his teammate, yeah.
Here's one more from Will Howard. Let's see if we get one more throw from him live. Or not. Oh, the next throw's on the way. So what do you think of Will Howard today?
Solid. I think there's been a couple balls that are maybe a little flat, like put a little more air under, but on the whole,
Nice throw.
getting it out there. And I thought footwork-wise, that was something Kurt was touching on earlier for guys that haven't done a ton of it. He's looked very comfortable from under center. Feet look good, firm base. It's a nice throw.
I'll tell you what, guys, too. My other son actually played at K-State, so Will Howard at K-State before he moved over to Ohio State. I think he's made some great progress with going to Ohio State where they asked him to throw it a little bit more, and I think he's more comfortable in that role now than he was a couple years ago.
Kurt Jackson Dart, I thought the balls come out really crisp.
It has. I think one of the biggest things for me, as you said, not a question on the amount of arm, just learning some of those things on how to throw. Thought the ball came out a little bit flat and hard on a few throws. But again, I think him, Quinn Ewers have been the two guys that have jumped out and maybe having the best days of these quarterbacks.
All right, so we're back live. Nice throw.
Will Howard
there. Nice throw. Yeah, live. These guys are throwing deep balls again. Brady Cook.
It is nice throw. Really good throw right here.
Let's see what Jackson Dart has here.
Getting away from center, nice.
Look out.
Little flat with the ball right there. And you see, little flat, you got to be perfect on those throws.
Up. Couple more here. Dillon Gabriel. Fake. Turns around. Up in the air.
The ball got a little loose on him.
We got a couple more here. Yep. And that's that. Let's take a break. Back with some more from this group of quarterbacks and wide receivers in Indianapolis.